Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you. My name's Chris. Welcome to Cupid, my Valentine's town core, city core island. Still haven't quite decided just how much I'm going to focus on the town, city part of this. Still trying to figure that out. And my ear's already itching. I'm now using my PlayStation headset, which hopefully should block out noise a little bit better. But Happy New Year. Happy 2024. I hope everybody's New Year's was fantastic. I am pre-recording this because I actually got a phone call earlier that my dad, who lives in Kansas with my stepmom and is a long-haul truck driver, is actually going to be in town this weekend. I am so excited. He's getting in sometime tomorrow. He's going to park in the parking lot at my job. My boss said that was fine. He's parked there before. It just works out because it's right off the highway. So after I got that phone call, I was like, all right, I got to go home, pre-record a video. He'll be gone by the time this has to go live and everything, but this is just one less thing I have to worry about for the weekend so I can focus on spending time with him, spending time with my husband. I'm going to be able to see my sisters. Sorry, my husband is currently above ground for dinner. So I am texting him. He will be going back underground here. Where's my winking emoji? The smirk will work. Normally I make him hamburgers when he comes home on Friday night, but he was feeling like going out to eat. So we're going to go out to Outback Steakhouse. I'm hungry. I want a rack of ribs. But anyway, that is way off topic for what we were doing today. Like I said, I'm in a good mood. I'm going to get to see my dad, so I'm all smiles currently. But we are on Cupid. Hello. Might as well, since I did that. The map has not changed since the last time you guys saw it. I haven't done anything else yet. I've just been doing some extra code shopping off camera. I did some while I was at work today just to get some more filler codes and some extra stuff. I haven't found a flag that I like just yet, so I'm still looking for that. As you can see, I'm standing by my resident services. It's not directly in line with my airport, which I kind of like this time. Still sitting with the same 8 villagers. Nobody's asked to leave yet, which is fine. I will get these 5 out eventually. I'm still debating on Felicity, on if I'm going to keep her, if I'm going to get married. But I figured what we would do today is work on the mood board for this island. So I know I can do this on Pinterest, I can do this in CapCut, you know, I can do this on different platforms and just post it to my Instagram, but I figured why not? We'll do it for a video. So we're going to do the mood board. I do have quite a few items. I did do some Treasure Island runs before this just to make sure I kind of had a general idea of what I wanted. And then after we're done with the mood board, depending on how long that takes, we'll do some Treasure Island runs. We'll pick up some more items. I can kind of show you guys some of the islands that I like to visit. The dodo codes obviously won't be good by the time this goes live, but they do subscriber islands and they do have free treasure islands that they post on Twitch and YouTube. You can just Google free treasure islands, they'll pop up. So let me show you the extra codes that I did find today. Obviously, we have our road code that we found last time and our building sides. And I did replace that white door. Just looking at it, it was far too cream. This one still might be a little cream, but it matches with the windows better. We have the hearts, and then that one I found for the street lamp with banners. So I went and found some cherry blossoms. I got some hearts, a grate to go with the sidewalk, some lattices for the simple panels, a fence to go with that. This is also for on the street lamps with banners. I got a couple of blankets and then actually a flight schedule for right by the airport with welcome, like parking lot and stuff that I want to do. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. I'm still looking for some extra blankets to see if that's what I want to do. You know, if I want to do something with that. I looked for a red one and everything was Christmas. Which, I mean, I guess I get. Red goes with Christmas, but that's just what that was. So we're still looking for that. We're still looking for a flag. But I really like these patterns. I don't see myself using a ton of like these 4 on the ground all that much because a lot of it's going to be sidewalk and road. But I think I'm probably going to use the rocks for something like a garden or something. But that's where we're sitting right now. So we are going to go ahead and plop the codes down. And I just got batted in the butt by a cat. Give you one guess. Anybody say striped one? Good job. It's always the striped one. And he's going to come onto my lap again. Of course he is. Now, like I said, I don't quite have it memorized for what order these go in. So we're going to do this. This is going to take an annoyingly couple of minutes. I should have just put my helmet on. I don't know why I didn't. But we'll just go ahead and put these down along with the filler codes. I'm not going to worry. I don't think I'm going to put the lines down or the crosswalks or the parking because we don't need those to do the food board. So I'll just do these 9 and then the filler codes, and then I have customization kits, so we'll customize some simple panels, some short simple panels, and we'll put everything together just to kind of see how it looks. Because I really want to see how everything looks together, just so for me, I have ADHD, I have a really bad time trying to concentrate on stuff every once in a while, so just this way I can just figure it out. Actually, the other thing I need to do real quick is I need my shovel. I'm going to go get my roses. I have not decided what bushes I am using yet. I am still looking to try and figure out exactly which ones I want to use. But I do know which flowers I'm using. So I'm using pink, white, and red roses. The purple ones are just there because these pink ones are currently duplicating. I have the rest of my red and white ones over on the beach already, because they were sitting over by resident services, and when I was flat and stuff, I just decided to go ahead and move them. So we'll just put them here. And then I do have a hardwood tree. I think I am only going to be using the hardwoods. I don't know if I am going to be using any others. I also don't remember if I can put a tree this close to resident services. I can. All right, so obviously I'm set in cherry blossom season. I'm in early April of 2023. I suppose I could jump ahead to 2024. I don't think it really matters. But I may look to see exactly when Bunny Day falls this coming year, because if I can have Bunny Day later in cherry blossom season, that would be fantastic. Because Zipper drives me crazy. I do like seeing him standing on the plaza, though. I can get about yay close, and he's just standing there, slouched over, looking exhausted from all of his jumping. And you know what? I get it. I really get it. Anyway, so that is the main path. We are going to put down our filler codes, and then we will start customizing some stuff and just putting them up. I don't have too many filler well, I guess I've got more than I really think. But we're gonna do. I probably should have put these codes in a different spot, but it is what it is. Down our stones. That one's a little bit more of a pink stone, and then of course we have our more gray stones. Why do you keep opening your inventory? And I think that was the last filler. We'll put down the other blanket code right here, and then I'm gonna drop the grate over, we'll just put it in front of the rows. That's fine. And then we have some things to, not that, this. Oh, I like that. Actually, that does really nicely. I wasn't sure how well it was going to, but it looks great. So, I'm going to need my DIY bench. Like I said, I went and picked up a bunch of stuff. I do have some things customized because I was already messing with stuff, so we'll have to remove the customization from those, but that's fine. I have red, white, and pink. I think I'm just going to get out the white one. And just push this back just because that rock is going to get on my nerves, but I do not feel like getting out some fruit and breaking it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the shovel away. And we are going to start getting out our items. But an update for you guys on my surgery and everything. Like I said, I am pre-recording this. So I went to the doctor's office today to actually pick up the paperwork. I took pictures of it. I'm going to see if my sister will make copies for me. The doctor actually does have to send it in. My boss, which I don't think he meant to, had me thinking that he needed to send it in, which he doesn't. I still haven't decided if I'm using the hedges yet, just because of the green. I was going to use the brick, because I was originally going to use the brick inclines and the bridges, but I think they are going to be far too orange. So the white plank inclines will work, and I am still debating on bridges. I may just use the Zen bridges, the red Zen bridges. I'm not 100% sure yet. So let's just start grabbing stuff here, and some of this first stuff doesn't need to be customized. But anyway, so I got my paperwork back. That's still up in the air. And I am off work from January 16th, which is the day of my surgery, to February 13th. So I am off for just under a full month, if you think of a month by like a 30-day to 30-day, like 30-day basis or timeline, whatever you want to say. Which I alright, we're gonna just put these down first before I start customizing stuff. Which I am actually kind of very much looking forward to. I am, no, excuse me. Kind of looking forward to the break. At the same time, I am a little, you know what? That's not white enough. Alright, we're gonna skip that guy. This is the other reason why I'm doing this. I am nervous to be off work for that amount of time. That may work, but this is kind of more the white that I want. Don't sit down. Yeah, it's Sunday. We've got Daisy May going around and sneezing. But just with my job, because now I work retail, so it's not like I'm running heavy machinery or anything. We do lift a lot of heavy stuff fairly frequently. So I am literally, quote unquote, banned from lifting anything for over 20 pounds for 3 weeks post-op. So I have to be careful with the laundry. I have to be careful with our 24 packs of soda. It's just, it's going to be a lot, and I am not overly looking forward to it. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, I'm actually going to put other counters back here because they are nice and tall, and that will be a little bit easier. I don't do these mood boards very often, so I am all over the place, in case you can't tell, and it just was a very long day at work. My boss let me leave early, which I'm very thrilled about, because I had to get over to the doctors to get the paperwork picked up. Oh, counter tables and covered okay. But I am increasingly nervous about being off for that long, because I mean that's a lot of time to not be lifting anything. That's a lot of time for my muscles to, they won't obviously completely deteriorate, but it's going to make lifting stuff when I get back, it's going to make it a chore. And a lot of stuff that we lift can be over 30 to 35 pounds. Some of those boxes get increasingly heavy, and I mean they take a lot out of you. So that does make me very nervous. I will be obviously just home the entire time, depending on how I'm feeling. I may be in bed, I may be on the couch. If I can handle the stairs, I will be able to be down here in my game room. I don't know how well I would be able to handle my computer chair, which is why I'm going to try and pre-record stuff, just so that way I still have videos going out for you guys, because, I mean, obviously I don't want to disappear off the face of the planet again. There it is. But I just... and the ADHD train of thought lost. It'll come back to me. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. I apologize if you can hear that. The cats have decided to start tearing each other up. Oh, I'll text my husband real quick. He's headed back underground. He texted me at 7:35. Okay, I probably caught him right before he went under. He'll see the text when he comes above ground anyway. I just like to try and get it to him before he goes underground. So, just, you know, should something happen, I have told him that I love him. Which is a very dark and dismal, I know, outlook to look at that for. But you know what? When you're married to a miner, it can be a good one to have. Now, he's not in the coal mines, so things are a little bit safer. But at the same time, I mean, obviously, it's underground, so things aren't 100% safe. And he runs heavy machinery. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to think if I've got any more interesting work stories, because I had the good one yesterday with my poor coworker taking that Reese's Pieces carrot right to her forehead. Don't have much of one today, other than one thing I did find that, oh my god, it had me just howling with laughter. It popped up on my YouTube feed for some reason. Probably because I listen to a lot of Disney covers, a lot of rock Disney covers, which, if you're looking for some good ones, Jonathan Young, Peyton Parrish have some really good ones. I've been listening to a lot of voice play recently. My sister got me onto them, which, I mean, Jacques, thank you. Get your birdie butt off of that stool. He is not staying. I have had him on islands before. I don't like him. So far, I have not ended up with Chops, which, I mean, I guess for this island, Chops wouldn't be too bad. My apprehension for Chops just comes from Frog Crossing. So, that's the only reason for that. This is going to be a huge mood board. There's going to be no way I'm going to be able to get all this into one frame. So this is going to be this is going to have to be a multiple picture Instagram post. And I lost my train of thought again. Oh my god. I am so sorry, you guys. It's just, I'm off for the next 4 days. It's my usual 3-day weekend, just with the way my schedule is, and my manager tacked on Tuesday just for an extra, because of the holiday, he had to give everybody an extra day off, which I think is ridiculous. You know, we're getting holiday pay for it, but with the way my job's been recently, you can't have overtime, God forbid. I'm just gonna throw down one thing of hedges. You don't need more than that. Alright, let's put this stuff away, and we are ready to start customizing some stuff. Alright. So I am looking forward to having 4 days off. I am not looking forward to going back on truck day. Our truck day is on Wednesday this coming week. It was on Wednesday for this week because of the holiday. Yes, all of YouTube heard you loud and clear. 4, 5, I'm just going to grab every single white one that I have. And we're gonna hope and pray that it's enough. And should only need one of those. I don't have anything for the curtain partition yet. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, though. I grabbed that. Don't think I'm actually going to use it. I know I will use the rope partition. I know I'm going to use the log stakes, maybe in the birch, but it looks like the birch ones went for the bridge on accident, so I will have to customize one of those. Grab this, the fence, a storefront, gazebo, pergola, floor lights, which I'm still debating on where I'm going to use them. Regular street lights. I don't think I'm going to use the curved ones or the round ones. Definitely going to use the one with banners. This. I grabbed these three. We'll see how much room I have in my storage to pull these out. The nuptial bell's definitely getting used. Outdoor bath. Obviously, these are getting used. Frick. Alright, well, let's get customizing done, and we will finish putting up this one, or this, a pocket full of stuff. There it is. Holy cow, that hurts. Oh, man. I remember what I was talking about now. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm all over the place today, and I very much apologize for it. But thanks to my YouTube feed, with the Disney covers and everything, it's called, SHIT post. I'm not going to say that out loud. That is a great way to probably get yourself kicked off YouTube if you're not careful. And I know some YouTubers cuss. I am going to do my best not to. But it's Donald Duck, which it cracks me up so bad. I will have it linked down below this video because it just makes me absolutely laugh. And I showed it to some of my coworkers today and we just died. But it is Donald Duck singing Let It Go from Frozen. And he is dressed like Elsa, glove, the crown, the whole 9 yards. When he gets to the part where he, you know, builds Olaf, where Elsa builds Olaf, the snowman is in the shape of Goofy. When you get to the end, the castle's in the shape of Mickey. A braid will just suddenly pop out of the back of his head. No other hair, so it looks like a, rat tail almost was one of the comments that I saw. They animated him to do, like, Elsa's, like, almost catwalk, walk that she does, her runway walk, after she changes dresses. For the high note that Idina Menzel hits, it's the Donald Scream, which just had me absolutely howling. I laughed so hard. One of my coworkers said it looked like I was going to pee myself, and it felt like it because it was so funny. And it was honestly a laugh I needed today because with having to go get that paperwork, knowing how long I'm going to be off work, I was like, all right, I need to do this. I need something to laugh so I can get my anxiety back down to a manageable level because I am still very anxious. I did that one. It was getting kind of bad today, which I am very glad my boss let me leave early to go get the paperwork, and I figured he had to send it. Actually, the doctor has to send it, so I have to run that back over there on Monday, which, I mean, is what it is. That's just me needing to make multiple trips, but that's okay. He's dealing with, you know, obviously his wife's health journey right now, so he was like, the easiest thing for you is going to be to have them send it, just so that way the leave office, if there's any issues, can deal with it. It's like, all right. I'm not sure how I feel about that red door. Definitely like this white one. I'm gonna have to pull out more simple panels because I think that was my last full-sized one. Yeah, there's the short one. So we're gonna go ahead and put these down. Like I said, this is going to be a huge freaking mood board. I was not planning on this being this big. But that is fine. It is what it is. We're gonna give all these a shove together just so that way they take up a little bit less space. But other than that, you know, I'm feeling okay. I am still very scared about going under the anesthesia just because, I mean, like I've said, I have never been under anesthesia before. And the one time I have had surgery, if you can consider, you know, getting a wisdom tooth drilled and dug out surgery, which, I mean, I suppose you can, but I wasn't put to sleep. The one medicine that they gave me to try and calm me down did not work until after the surgery, at which point I was fairly loopy, which I'm expecting to be fairly loopy this time. But my sister's going to be around. She's going to take a couple days off. My husband is thinking he may take his full week's vacation right then, which would be a bummer for later in the summer, but you know, it is what it is. I feel a sneeze. Sorry about that, you guys. But I will have people around, thankfully, so I won't be alone. You know, I can see how I can handle stairs. Come with me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, let's get some more simple panels out. I have the rest of these, I think, in gray. Cyrus will have to, oh, I only have a couple more in gray, then the rest are in brown. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and use them for now. I will have to, and I have one that looks like a dark gray. I will have to go to Cyrus and get them customized, but I will go ahead and do that after we finish. After I finish recording, they will be customized for my Instagram post and my Twitter post, just to make it easier on me and to make it easier on you guys. When you guys are looking at the pictures, it'll at least look like, you know, everything is cohesive. And you need to re-customize this one because it's the wrong customization. Okay. So we were on to the door. Now back on track. Woohoo! And it suddenly got very quiet. You know when you have cats, for me, now any parents in the chat can, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I always feel like it's with toddlers. When they get really, really quiet, they're either passed out asleep somewhere, or it's not good. I'm actually just going to do only one of these mirrors, and I like mirrors? Windows, and I like this one better. I'll get rid of the other one. Eventually, I'll probably replace it with something. We customize this one because this was an old thing that I was working through. No. Here we go. I have seen this on Pinterest a few times, and I have never had the chance to use it yet. So I'm looking forward to being able to use this one. Alright, and yep, just the 3 lattices yet, which, yeah, they don't look great on the brown, but they'll work for now. Alright, I'm gonna get this mood board together, and then go out to eat, meet my husband for dinner, which I'm really excited about. I'm so hungry. I was actually in the process of preheating the oven to make a pizza when he was like, I'm not feeling like burgers tonight. I was like, alright, well, tell me quick before I throw the pizza in the oven. It's back in the freezer, so I can always make it another time. Alright, there we go. That's the last of the full-size simple panels. So we'll go ahead and put these... I think we'll go ahead and actually put these over here, so I'm going to have to move this. There we go. Oh, I do have one funny work story. Oh my god, I cannot believe I just thought of this. So every year the stores, just for no reason at all, really, kind of do a competition to see which stores in each district can sell the most, gift cards. We came in 9th out of the 11 stores in our district, so we didn't do very good this year, which, you know, is fine. It's really no big deal, but one of my coworkers, oh my goodness, she gets so competitive, and it's so funny. because she hates doing the announcements. She'll, you know, convince somebody else to do the closing announcements or the leading up to the closing announcements, because we have automated ones, which just cracks me up. But she powered through, you know, she did all the gift card announcements. She did a great job. And she was already talking about starting in April. Starting on Black Friday to do these. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm keeping track of stuff here, and I don't need Cyrus to... Okay, we're good. But she had me laughing, and I finally was like, you know what? Let's just make some giant signs, and we'll have some cashiers dance out on the sidewalk. You know, why not? And one of the cashiers pipes up and goes, I am not dancing out on the sidewalk. Oh, man. And my other coworker and I were like, we'll dance out on the sidewalk. I mean, I'll go out there. I love being outside. I will go out there during the winter, dead of winter, to go get, you know, parts and stuff when it's absolutely freezing outside, and I will go and adjust my sweater because it gets so bleeping hot in that store. Storage shed, there it is, just so I can get it out of inventory. It gets so hot that it gets uncomfortable, and I overheat so quickly that it literally sucks. So it's like I will take any excuse to go outside. It can be snowing and I will go out there. Like I walked outside, I think it was last Christmas, and I walked outside and it's snowing. And you know where you immediately just stick your tongue out to start catching snowflakes? I did that, and I just hear, oh geez, and it's my boss. He was outside smoking a cigarette on his break. I was like, I mean, do you expect anything different from me at this point? You've worked with me for over 5 years now. He started after I did, the February after I did. So I've actually been there a little bit longer than him, which, I mean, whatever. I don't want to be store manager. I've already said that. I do not want it. I don't want to be trusted with the money bags. I don't want to be trusted with the keys to the store. I don't want to be trusted with the security codes. I want none of it. He just got a kick out of it, because it's like, I mean, I'm 33 years old, but at the end of the day, I act like a big kid. It makes life more fun that way, you know? And as my dad has lovingly always said, Mr. just turned 60 this year. If you don't grow up by the time you're 50, you don't have to. Which, I am less than 20 years away from that, so you know what? I can get on board. I'm back to being so excited to see him this weekend. When was the last time he came in? Oh golly, I don't even remember. So we'll see him for New Year's Eve. He has to leave dinner time on Sunday, so we won't see him for New Year's Day. He won't be around to watch the ball drop, if anybody watches the ball drop in Times Square in New York City. It's a lot of fun to watch on TV. I don't think I would want to do it in real life. Actually, like, being down on the street. If I'm in a hotel or something that can see it, like, that's awesome. That would be cool. Because I know people have said, talking to news reporters when they've been down there, like, they have to stand down there all day, so they're wearing, like, adult diapers, so that way they don't have to lose their spots if they go to the bathroom. It's like, that's disgusting. I want no part of that. So I will watch from the comfort of my own house, and someday from the comfort of a potential hotel or my nephew's apartment, where we have some friends who live on Manhattan. They live on the island, is the way they say it. So that is a bucket list thing for me, is to go up to New York and see the ball drop. Not from Times Square, though. I do want to go to Times Square. I think it'd be fun. Just not during New Year's. I need to customize these streetlight banners before I forget. Except this mood board is freaking huge. I probably should have just done this on a different platform like CapCut or something, but you know what? Oh well. We're already this deep into this. Might as well just finish it. And I think we're almost done anyway. Because, I mean, everything goes in alphabetical order, and I'm up to I don't have these in alphabetical order, do I? Ignore that statement. I think we are almost done, though. There we go. I have not decided if I'm going to use the pink street lamps with banners. I'm going to go ahead and try them out to see if I like them. I do like the white ones, so I know I will for sure probably use them. I just don't know if I'm going to use the pink. Because, I mean, let's get this up against the gazebo. It's a little bit brighter of a pink. It's still pretty, but I don't know if it's a pink that I want to use. So we'll have to see where to some of the smaller stuff now. Lily record player, which I think I may end up grabbing in pink. We will see. We may not get to some Treasure Island trips because this is taking me way longer, and of course I'm going off on all kinds of tangents. So this is taking me way longer than I had planned on, and I also don't have this organized in any semblance of order, so I think I may need to, when I go to do the Instagram post, which will be tonight, group things together and take pictures that way. But I thought, you know, this will be another video. This will be a good way to get Cupid going, and I can kind of see what I have, what I want to use, what I may not want to use once I have everything together, and just that sort of thing. Because I've been going to, you know, Treasure Islands, I've been picking some stuff up, and I'm like, oh, this is cute, you know. And now that I'm getting everything together, it's kind of like, you know, is this all stuff that I want to use at the end of the day? Is this something I do want to use? Let's see, where were we? We were right here. So we need these. Okay. Almost lost train of thought there again. I have so many of these flower beds. Like I said, I've been kind of pre-planning grabbing stuff. I don't know if I'm going to use this greenhouse box because I mean there's green on a lot of this stuff. Grab that. I may or may not use the trash bags. I'm still debating on that one. Definitely going to be using these. I did not grab a shopping cart in red. And I cannot customize that, but I am going to use it. Drink machine. Stalls. I don't have them customized yet. I'm still thinking on the cotton candy machine, so we're going to ignore that for now. Scooters. The cars. Pockets are full again. Yeah, we are definitely going to have to group this stuff together. I don't think Treasure Island trips are going to happen today, unfortunately. But that will be a video that I go ahead and record on. I'll just go ahead and record it on Monday. Get myself a video ahead. Why not? Even though and Tuesday I will record a video. This video that I'm actually recording right now that I'm talking to you for is actually Thursdays next week. So I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a buffer just in case, you know, I come to something that I do really need to edit, like villager hunts, builds. This I'm not worrying about editing too much just because I'm talking through it, and all it is my storage to placing stuff down, back to my storage. We're not flying over the islands. I'm not worried about cutting out that sort of stuff. So this is my buffer. Oh, I didn't notice those matched, like blocks and stuff. Okay, that's cool. The evergreen thing may or may not get used. The flower stuff are for sure going to get used. There's going to be like a flower shop in that little boardwalk area that I was talking about. Still thinking on the greenhouse thing. What, Ace? Please want to move. Oh, I don't want any of the Bunny Day stuff. Come on, you've already given me 2. I need to get out of Bunny Day, but oh, I love the cherry blossom petals and stuff so much. The last time I was in cherry blossom season was my I guess it was only 2 islands ago. It was my pastel Halloween island that I threw together leading up towards Halloween or right after Halloween. No, leading up to. Because I did a spooky island before that. You know, of course I did. I like spooky. I wore my Oogie Boogie sweater, of course, to work today like I've been wearing, but it was chilly enough that I threw on my jack-o'-lantern sweater underneath of it. Because why not? I think the trash bags are going to be far too dirty looking for how I want to do this. I am still debating on them. I hope you guys can kind of get a semblance of where I'm going with this island because stuff is getting horribly covered up. And we've been recording for 40 minutes already and I don't even know how many more items I need to get out. But it's fine. You know, it is what it is. Some videos are going to be longer than others. Some days I get rambly and some days I don't have much talking to do. I told my one coworker that I recorded a video for next week and she's so sweet. She is 18, so I mean, she's a youngin' and she'll laugh when she hears that. I need to customize that, but for now it's fine in the blue. I mean, she's 18, I'm 33. You know, obviously there's the age gap, and one of our old coworkers called her my mini-me. Basically a mini Chris, which I know has terrified my sisters, you know, one of me, and is scary enough. Like I said, my husband works with her dad, which just makes it all the more funny. But I told her I'd recorded a video and had been talking about her a little bit, just that I hadn't reset Hollowness yet because she was going to come over and get stuff out of my storage and everything. I told her the DA was live if she wanted to go through and look at stuff that way, just so that way I can start knocking it down. I think I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to message her here in a bit and just let her know, hey, you know, I'm going out to eat, you know, if you want to come over to Hollowness, you definitely can, but if you don't, I'm just gonna, like I said, the DA is live, I'm just gonna start knocking the crap down and getting it ready for you to come over and pick stuff up and getting it ready for me to start working on that island because, like I said, that's going to be Siren is what I'm going to call it. I was thinking about pulling back about trying Atlantica again, but since Cupid is going to be obviously really bright with the white and the red and the pink, I think I want to try and steer clear of another brightly colored island. I am still going to be using the mermaid items, but I'm going to throw a darker spin on it with the decayed trees and the giant vines. And kind of put like a gothic spin on it because, I mean, you hear about sirens, obviously they have like the mermaid tails and stuff when you see them, but they have, you know, darker colored makeup. I did not pick up a white truck and I meant to, but that's fine. You know, because they're the ones that pull the sailors off the ships and like devour them under the water or however you want to place it. I know that's not exactly kid friendly and I apologize if I just terrified anybody, but that is kind of the story that goes with it. These are not customized. I don't know why I pulled one of those out because I want to use the white one, but that's fine. But yeah, I really just want to take a darker spin on Mermaid Core, which I think will be fun. It's going to be something I have not tried. I have done, obviously, Mermaid Core before, and I used the Bunny Day items at that point, but I have not tried to make it a darker theme, a dark island. I am so excited to try it out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping the videos will be enjoyable. Now we're starting to get into like the tabletop stuff, so we should be full again. Bah! Okay, yeah, we're getting to the end because we are almost to the close. Good, because at this point, this is just almost 45 minutes of me just dropping crap on the ground. I'm sure everybody is bored, unless you like listening to me jabberjaw, which if you do, what's wrong with you? Like I said, I can get quite long-winded, and it can be a lot to listen to. And with the ADHD, it can be a little hard because, I mean, you know, and anybody else with ADHD will tell you, sometimes you'll start talking about your interests and some people will be like, you know, why are you still talking? You know, I don't care. And it can be very hard to hear that. Not that anybody has ever said that to me. You know, my husband's been very good. My coworkers are very good at just letting me talk. And I mean, obviously, you know, in my mid-30s, I'm much better than I was when I was younger at reading the room, and I can tell when people are getting bored, so I can cut myself off. It's a little bit harder to do that in a video because obviously the only person here listening to me right now is the cat that's asleep on my lap, who is used to listening to me talk, and he doesn't mind. Okay, maybe he minds a little bit. His ears just went back, but no, it's fine. But, I mean, like I've said in a previous video, one of my 25 days of Animal Crossing videos, I am using this kind of as a journal, which is better. I was journaling very heavily at the start of the year, and that is much more of an orange red. I don't like that. This is why this is a good thing. But, I like journaling, you know, the paper type journal, but I never seem to finish them, and I seem to fall off of doing it. So, I mean, I journaled when I had my freak out about, obviously, the masses in my lower stomach, and that was the first journal entry I'd made since before we bought our house. I didn't even journal about buying the house, and I wanted to, but I didn't do it. And then my birthday came around and we had my sister move out. I didn't journal about that. And there's been a lot of major stuff in 2023 that I did not, you know, take record of, I guess you could say. And that's a little bit of a bummer because as hard as 2023 was in some aspects, in other aspects, like obviously we bought the house, you know, work's been going really well, despite the fact that I'm in a department that I'm not the biggest fan of. It was a hard year at the same time, you know, it was hard. The past few years, I know since 2020, have been rough on everybody. But I just didn't write any of it down. And it's kind of sad that, you know, I can remember that stuff. I can remember the day that we, you know, bought the house because, you know, since we bought from my dad, we were able to be in the same room as him when they were filling out paperwork and everything. And because my husband's name was just the one that was going on the house to start off with, that's just the way it worked out, which I was fine with. You know, my dad had a stack of paperwork to sign, my husband had a really big stack of paperwork to sign, and I had no paperwork to sign, which I was joking about that, you know, I really like my stack of paper. It was an early morning, and I like my sleep, so that stunk. I actually slept really well last night, and I had opening shifts all week, so it was a very, very long week. And I had a cat, you know, wake me up this morning with a wet nose to the arm because he wanted under the blanket. Ridley. We're getting to a lot of tabletop stuff now, and I know just from watching a video that you can put stuff on top of these, so we're going to use them as displays. Just for this, like I said, I'm going to take grouping pictures of this just to make it easier for the Instagram post, which can allow 10 pictures. I'll have to figure something out with the Twitter one, because that only allows 4, but it's fine. Yeah, I just remember joking about how I had nothing to sign, and, you know, everybody laughed, and it's like, oh, well, I've got frosted pretzels. But I didn't write it down. And that, you know, it sucks for me. You know, I want to be able to take record of these things, and I want to be able to go back and read or listen and just remember this stuff. Like, and it's been something I've really noticed more, like I said, since my mom passed, because I would come home and tell my mom this stuff, and I don't have my mom to tell. You know, I can call my grandma or I can call my dad, but, you know, I was really, really close with my mom. Like, this morning, we were having our morning meeting, which we do every morning right before we get to ordering or whatever we're doing, kind of get our assignments for the day. If we're working on stuff in seasonal, and a coworker from the restaurant that I used to work in, you know, walked in. I haven't seen him since 2016. So, of course, you know, I got his attention and his jaw dropped. You know, he was shocked to see me and I about cried. I wanted to. I didn't. I wanted to. But, you know, I was so, you know, at first I was like, oh, I get to go home and tell, you know, my mom that I saw this person that I haven't seen in forever. And it's like, yes, you know, I can, you know, talk, you know, I can be like, hey mom, guess who I saw today, you know, and she's, you know, listening and stuff. And I swear I already put down some shopping baskets. Did I? And we'll keep going. But, you know, she's not here for me to actually speak to. So, I mean, that'll be a story I tell my husband when I go see him, and I'm actually going to leave the house here soon, so I do need to get a move on and get ready to go, but I think, yeah, we're down to the last items, because these are these heart bouquets, and everything else is now we're to the clothes. We'll take a run across everything so you guys can see it. I'm going to put some stuff on the stall. But it was so nice to see him. He was one of my favorite coworkers. And actually, when my husband and I first started talking, me and him were talking, you know, and we talked about going out on a date, you know, hanging out and stuff. And that just, it didn't end up happening. Which, you know, was more or less my own, sorry, I gotta take my sweater off. Now it's getting warm. Which was more or less my decision. You know, I had a date with my future husband, you know, the day before, and I was like, you know, I kind of want to see where this goes. So we just didn't end up hanging out, and we hung out at work still. He's still one of my favorite coworkers. It was so funny. He's a fan of the Minnesota Vikings, which, you know, everybody's got their bad taste. I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, like I said before. My best friend growing up is still a Vikings fan. I'll still give her heck for it. But, you know, we had fun betting on games against each other. We did actually bet $10 on a Packers-Viking game one time, and I ended up losing, which, whatever. It was so much fun, though. They were always so much fun to talk to, and I do miss that. My coworkers where I work now are fantastic. I love them, but I do miss the guys that I used to work with. They were always, you know, teasing me and giving me compliments, and, you know, some people wouldn't feel comfortable with that, but, you know, I always knew they meant no harm. And, you know, my self-esteem hasn't always been the greatest, so I enjoyed the compliments. And they were always so nice about it, and they always gave the greatest hugs. I used to walk back and forth to work, so every single time when I would leave, I would go around, and not too many of the girls, nothing against them, you know, they were all my sisters. I just, you know, I have sisters, you know, I have two little biological sisters, so I always felt a little bit more closer to the guys. Like, these are my brothers. I know if something happens, these guys are gonna take care of me. So I was always going around. The couple bartenders, you know, they always gave me big hugs, and the kitchen guys always gave me huge hugs. And because I walked, you know, I was walking through a graveyard, it's like, I'm gonna give these guys hugs every night before I leave. Just in case, you know, no reason other than that. So it was so nice to see him again. I, of course, got a hug, got the biggest hug, which was wonderful. I actually got a hug from my boss the other day to say thank you for the flower arrangement that, oh, I didn't get down the shopping baskets, I just got the stacked. Alright, oh, well, that's fine. I still need to grab a pink one. But he gave me a hug to thank him, or to thank me for the flower arrangement that I made for his wife, just for a little something to brighten her day. Just because I remember watching my mom's health journey, and it's not the exact same, but it can be a very dark, you know, knowing that hello, cats. Butters, Batty, oh my goodness, stop. Sorry, I could hear them fighting in the background. I don't know if you two did. And Butters had a muscle spasm last night, so I've been trying to keep an eye on him. But anyway, going through a health journey like that, where doctors have given you a set time that you probably are not going to live past, can be very dark. It can be very scary. And just anything to make her smile, brighten her day a little bit. I wanted to, you know, try and help. And one coworker made her a prayer shawl. And oh my god, I'm almost down to the beach. Thank goodness we're at the end. But he gave me a hug, and it looked like he had been crying. So of course I was asking him if he was okay, and he just reached out to give me a hug. And I told my husband, you know, I'm starting to wonder if he wears like half a bottle of cologne every morning, because like you can smell it in passing when he walks past. You kind of know, okay, well, our boss has just been by. And he gave me a hug, and it was like an hour later I could still smell his cologne on my shirt. Now it doesn't smell bad, you know, it smells good. He's been wearing the same cologne since probably before he started working with me. So, and he just reminds me so much of my dad. I call it the quote-unquote curse of having 3 daughters, because my boss also has 3 daughters. One is around my age. The other 2 are either juniors or sophomores in high school. And my little sisters and I are all 2 years apart. You know, I'm 33, one's 31, one's 29. So that's just, it just made me smile. Alright. Well, that is our... And that's where I'm going to cut myself off, because I know I could probably keep going. That is our giant mood board for this island. Like I said, I will go through and I will group everything up for the Instagram post. It'll be a little bit easier to see at that point. But for me, this just helped me get everything, you know, laid out. And there's still some more food items and stuff that I want, but this was just a general, and you can kind of see our codes back there. Maybe I should have done them last, but oh well. It goes all the way over here. But oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is, like I said, I'm going to cut myself off with the conversation. I'm sure I will have much more to talk about come Monday and Tuesday after the New Year's weekend and hanging out with my dad and everything. But that's where I'm going to leave you guys for the night. I know I said we would do some Treasure Island trips, but we've already been recording for almost an hour, so I am going to save that for the next video, because I'm going to spend this weekend focusing on tearing down Hollow Mist, finding my map, getting to 3 stars so I can get those videos going. We'll start with code shopping and mood board for that. And that, I think, is where we are going to go for tonight. Have a very happy new year. I hope 2024 rings in with all the good vibes and every good feeling in the world for you guys. I hope next year brings everything to fruition that you want. Hopefully it's going to look up from what the past few years have looked like. 2020 was, well, we all know how that was. 2021, 22, and 23 have gotten slightly better each time, but we're still not, I think, back to where we were in like 2019. At least for me personally. I mean, everybody obviously is going to be at different stages with mental health and their life and everything. So hopefully, you know, if this year was fantastic, I hope next year is even better. But I'm going to go. I have to go get dressed and leave we're going to Outback Steakhouse. I've wanted a rack of ribs. I am so hungry. I'm going to go get myself a couple of crackers just to tide me over. But that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I wish you all the love and happiness in the world for the coming new year. And I will see you guys on Monday or Tuesday when I record, but the video will go live on Friday. I'm going to try, like I said, and keep myself this buffer just to make it easier on me. And I'm going to stop repeating myself now. I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I love you all. 3,000 to the moon and back. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.